Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Pikmin 1. We're on to day 8. We are going to be collecting the last 3 parts of the Forest of Hope. I'm reasonably confident we can get all of them today, or so I am blindly hopeful. The crux of this strategy depends on the fact that there are sheer grubs accessible in the area not too far off. We want just enough to top off our yellows to carry some bombs, and then we're largely going to be traveling with a large pack of reds for the majority of our goals at this point. We actually have access to pretty much everything already, except for one part which we're heading to very soon. All right, there's our starting 3. Man, look at that. That's so upsetting. But because it's right by the edge, we should be able to grab it with some blues later. So maybe I do try and get a couple blues while I'm at it. And there's an adult bulborb there. Okay. Trying to think of the best way to do this. For now, I actually think we prioritize killing the adult bulborb because it's going to interfere with the pathing of these guys when I try to bring the sheer grubs back. The Pikmin will run right in front of them. Oh, and we have more over here too. Okay. Hopefully that, what are they called? Watermelon bugs, I think? Hopefully that these guys don't get aggroed onto the watermelon bug and fight it into a bad time. Once these sheer grubs, actually the scary sheer grubs are dead, I can go ahead and start bringing things back. Where's our other one? Oh, you're here, you're just not responding. There you are. Okay, good. So we'll just take whatever we can get, I suppose. And then I'll kill some more things. Honestly, I think optimal is we hopefully just let these guys cross paths and get through. And while they're passing through and waking up that bulborb, which is just a little bit sketchy to see in the background. He missed. He did miss. Okay, he's chasing after them. We're not in the clear yet. Oh, the thing they're carrying is actually blocking the hitbox. That's fantastic. Okay, so brilliant. I do think I need to bail out here because I am taking more damage than I would like, but here are a whole lot of bodies for us to harvest. Fantastic. Okay. So what I do here, I think, is that yellow should have brought some friends, or should have gained some friends. Perfect. We got 2 yellows. Let's go ahead and have you start picking at the grass over here and collect our sprouts. Wait, well, hold on. I remembered I'm going to make the beeping stop. Like, for some reason, I guess because I'm too busy hearing the sound of my own voice, I don't actually register the beeping nearly as much as I should, and that's very clearly a problem for a number of reasons. Is there another adult bulborb over there? Oh, brilliant. So we're going to go take these 2 yellow Pikmin, and we're just gonna have a little fireworks show of sorts. Blue, stay here. Okay, it'll be slightly less optimal in terms of just not having all of our Pikmin in tow together, but not all of our Pikmin are gonna be doing things at the same time is what I mean by that, but this is fine. Okay, toss your bomb rock over here, and this should kill. Perfect. Okay, excellent. Let's grab another 2 bomb rocks because, objectively speaking, I prioritize, come on. My goodness, Kiwi, I should have just done this from the start. All right, I have so many things I can collect in the other area that I want to get that done first if I can. So let's collect all of these Pikmin now. I think we've plucked everyone except for the blues. That's fine. We did gain some nectar, but I'll come back when we have more numbers to it. We toss a yellow with a bomb here. We toss a yellow with a bomb here. Oh, you might be too close. Oh, you're not too close. Perfect. We got him. We got him. You missed. You fool. You missed. How could you miss that? Guys, run. All right, we're doing this the old-fashioned way, which is not my favorite way of doing this. Did we lose someone? Doesn't look like we lost anyone yet. Thought I heard a death sound, but I'm not sure. Well, if I miss him, we're not going to be in a good spot. Please run. Please, come on, just die. I don't think he actually killed anyone. Now he did. Well, that could have been avoided. Oh my goodness, I am missing every shot I throw. Please. Blame the yellow. It was the yellow's fault. Okay, so we lost a bunch of Pikmin, unfortunately, there, but it's salvageable. 1, 2, 3... Those are all reds. I'm gonna try and divvy up the bodies so that I can optimize my red count here. Another red this way, over here. I'm out of reds, so yellow and blue, that should be fine. Okay, get everyone back. Got a couple more things we can bring. And at least get the blues starting to move. That'll bump us over 10, and then we can hopefully bolster our numbers from there. That really did not go the way I had hoped, unfortunately. Again, I'm going to prioritize reds as much as possible here because we just need the DPS. This is fine. Kiwi, I absolutely know what I'm doing, I swear. Uh-oh. Okay. Come on, and red. Perfect. Alright, here comes all of the friends. We arguably don't need any more yellows here, so I'll let you save that for the red friend. We can move this slightly closer, because for some reason the yellow path's directly under the red onion there. Again, you don't need that. You don't need that. We'll just take the long way to get to the Snagret, I think. Although if I do that, I won't be able to collect its piece comfortably, so maybe I do try and get some blues here. I don't know. I need 20 of them, which just doesn't seem like a feasible number at this stage. We're at 23. We're at 23 Pikmin so far, but feels like I'm running a little slow. We have a gate. Oh, we have a gate we need to break down too. So I think it doesn't feel like there is a way to do this that will work out perfectly for what we're aiming for, unfortunately. And that one half-blossom Pikmin ate the nectar. I saw that was going to happen, and I could have avoided it, and I didn't. All right, we've got more bodies to collect. Let's go collect those bodies. All right, I'm gonna try and prioritize blues here. I talked myself into it. I don't know if it's optimal. They will do less damage, but ultimately, as long as we are hitting things, we are doing damage, probably. Okay, and we can carry a couple more things this way. Have this Pikmin take out the flowers in the area and grab this pellet. Here we go. Okay. Thankfully, they're still pathing in the correct direction, because it would be really frustrating if they were not. I do not really know how many blues we are at, but if we have reached 20, I think we are in our golden spot, and I'll just bring them over to the other area and collect that piece while we're bolstering the rest of our numbers. Because I'd really, really like to prioritize reds going forward if I can. We definitely have more than enough to take out the armored beetle. I forget its full name, but we should be in a pretty solid spot. So I think how we go about this is... yeah, I think we're still making decent time. The biggest issue is just the door. So let's go ahead and get you harvesting nectar. Let's dismiss you, see if that's enough blues. That is 24 blues. That should be more than adequate to get this piece where it needs to go. And given its positioning, my very genuine hope is that it will go the correct direction. Since we only need 15 for this, actually, I'm going to go ahead and send you guys on a murder mission for these Wollywog tadpoles. Perfect. Okay, that'll get us a couple more blues, or potentially fodder for the reds. And you guys... send a red over here to collect that pellet. A red over here. A red over here. And then the rest can go over here, and I think we'll be very well set for the rest of the day. Let's send the yellows here. Alright, we should be very well stocked for moving about everything we could care to, and at this point I think we just prioritize numbers over damage, because we should have enough damage to kill the beetle at this point. What we really need is nectar, and we do have one splot of it, so I think we're actually in a fairly decent, steady state at this point. What I probably do is try and get this adult bulborb moving a little bit faster. You can go ahead and bring this back to base. These two reds. Okay. Yeah, we should be very well stocked up. I just grab all these bodies, bring them to the nectar. As soon as the bulborb pops, we prioritize plucking the reds. Actually, you know what I probably do while I'm waiting? I don't know. I'm seeing some sub-optimization. I may not get all 3 parts in one day. I might have to retry. Geiger counter. This noisy gauge is always letting off spontaneous clicks and buzzes. It can be kind of annoying. I have now recovered. Poor Olimar is probably going to die of radiation poisoning if his spacesuit doesn't protect him from it. I would assume if you're optimized for space travel, you're likely at least somewhat resistant, using gear that's somewhat resistant to ionizing radiation. But who knows? Who genuinely knows? Alright, I think I have my plan. We get as many of these Pikmin to flower as possible, and then we bum rush the beetle. Or actually, what I probably do is I start by... Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll... Why am I missing some? No, that's fine. Alright, that's most of them. Come on, gather around, everyone. Get into the nectar. Alright, that's not everyone, but it's a good number of them, so we'll take that. We are rapidly running out of time of day, so I think what we do... Let's get everyone up onto the sledge that we can, and they can start plucking more nectar in the meantime. You know, I should have just grabbed bomb rocks. I should have just grabbed bomb rocks for this. I'm so silly. I'm so silly. I'm hopeful that this piece over here takes... 30 Pikmin. It may take more, I'm not sure. But I'm going to try and get this moving back to base while we're waiting. The extraordinary bolt. I bought this incredible bolt because the salesman told me of its extraordinary quality that is indiscernible from the average person. Exactly what makes it so extraordinary is a secret, but just look at it. Extraordinary. Yeah, Olimar is not the most wise of spenders either. We need a couple more reds. Let's get these guys trained on the wall in the meantime. Oh man, timing is going to be so tight. Timing is going to be very tight here, but we can at least get the wall starting to get demolished. And then get you guys back here. I wonder what happens if the armor beetle eats a bomb Pikmin. That one blue there is frustrating me greatly, because he could have helped. You guys are moving, right? Please tell me you're moving. Well, there are bomb rocks over here, so I guess we'll go try and grab one of those with this one residual yellow. Because even if they take out like 2/3 of the door, if the bomb takes out the rest, we should be good. Fun fact: if you press and hold A when your Pikmin are kind of close, you can kind of slingshot them really fast. You can get them to rubber band to you very quickly. Right. Doesn't look like we've done a good job of breaking down that wall as quickly as I would like. We haven't even broken the first tier. Cool. Okay, we did. So let's go ahead and throw this bomb at it. Oh goodness, that doesn't even... Oh dear. I should have gotten bomb rocks. I have definitely misprioritized some optimization. I may actually just redo this, honestly, because I absolutely see a world where I can get this in one sitting, perhaps. We got all the other parts, right? Yeah, we did. Alright, as soon as these guys are accessible, we bring them to the wall and we break things down. Extraordinary bolt. This bolt's bolt holds the kind of value that only a true connoisseur can understand. 10 out of 30 parts. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna play super risky. I'm gonna try and kite the armored beetle into making mistakes, and we're just gonna bum rush the piece and try and get it back to base before the day is up. That's the strategy. We're gonna distract the beetle and get the piece back to base. We have just over a minute of time left in the day. The odds of this working are very low and more likely going to end in a large quantity of Pikmin dying an untimely and gruesome death. But we're gonna risk it. We are gonna risk it. We're gonna see what we can get away with. Assuming the wall breaks in a fast enough period of time. All right, this is gonna be super tight. This is gonna be very, very tight. I don't think the beetle's noticed us yet, which is great. At last, my radiation canopy. Oh, so you are aware of the concept of radiation. This turns the harsh radiation of deep space into soft infrared rays that are easy on the body. I'll sleep like a baby once I get this back to the ship. All right, this only takes 30, but we're gonna get as many Pikmin on it as possible. We've got 1 minute, but we've got this fully stacked, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of try and keep you as distracted as possible so that you don't notice a thing going on beneath you. Arguably, we can even do some damage to you in the meantime. There's no way we kill him in time, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. Don't do it, don't, oh, don't, no, no, no! Oh, okay, that's fine. That's actually fine. Oh, that was so scary, Kiwi. All right, genuinely, do we make this back to base in time? It's gonna be very, no, we absolutely have it. 10, 9, Oh, they count down so slow in this game, but it's so threatening when you're not this close to base. But there we go. Oh, we almost threw it at the last second, but we made it. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. This area is officially complete, and there's only one thing we can do with the remainder of a day like this. Celebrate our victory with the deaths of hundreds of Pikmin. Radiation canopy. I'll have to inspect it later to make sure it hasn't cracked. I'll be in for even more trouble if I have any radiation leaks. A shame your Geiger counter, you don't have a shame you don't have a meter that tells you if there's radiation around. That would really help you feel a bit safer, I imagine, Olimar. All right, so that's 18 blues and 8 yellows. I might not make it out of base in time to kill. Oh, no, I've got time. Okay, here we go. There's our entire army, a beautiful 93 Pikmin, sans the ones that haven't actually blossomed. And goodbye. Let's see. Are we close enough to base for them to make it back on their own? Or is this going to be a very... looks like this is going to be a bit of an alarming night. That's one of the things I do... This is going to be a very morbid statement, but that is one of the things I appreciate of the later Pikmin games a bit more than Pikmin 1, is that the end cutscenes that play when you leave a bunch of Pikmin overnight are very, very modest, let's say, compared to what it actually is. So, see, we left like 84 Pikmin to their death, and only 3 are being devoured on screen. Later Pikmin games did not restrain themselves in the gruesome nature of reminding you that you messed up. 8 days since impact, the Pikmin always carry their prey back to the onions. Close observation indicates that taking food pellets to the onions of the same color results in the release of larger numbers of Pikmin seeds. I've also found ways to group Pikmin by color. We've read this. Or we know how to do this. So we are officially at 0, 0, and 0 across all 3 onions. We have 11 parts collected. We're at 11 parts collected on day 8, so we're definitely ahead of schedule, which is great. The more ahead of schedule we are, the better off we will be for when inevitably we hit a roadblock. But, alright. We save the impact site for another day. We should have bought enough time for some sheer grubs to respawn in the area for the Forest Navel, so that is where we are headed back to. We are going to hopefully... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick round of scouting to figure out where things that I can harvest for Pikmin count are spawning, prioritize that, and then restart the day so that I can optimize around it. Also, that's kind of sad. That piece just barely missed making it back to the ship. So if I had to guess, the place where the Shearwigs are going to spawn is back over that way. Because those were the first ones that we killed on the first day we were here when we unlocked our blue Pikmin. So I'm inclined to believe that is our best place to target first. We have a blue? Where's our blue sprout? Oh, okay, we have the blue sprouts over there. Okay, so I'll just go collect a blue sprout from over here. Let's not drag our ground Pikmin into the water. No, I don't want you. Alright, come to me, my friends, and don't go in the water. Despite what Poseidon wants, we do not want you in the water. Alright, do we... Oh, good. Okay, good. The Shearwigs have respawned, which is fantastic for what we want. Almost killed one on its own. Okay, good. They're all flying. Now we go and collect some bodies. 2. Well, we got one of them. Let's see. What do we want here? We want... probably prioritize yellows early, I would say. Just because we will... Oh my goodness, this guy is a dodging monster. He was so lucky. All right, good. They're flying now. That's fine. Having the yellow right now will give us an extra shot that we still miss. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's one down. All right, go ahead and have this yellow start carrying things back. I think after that we prioritize probably blue because we don't really need... I guess we need reds to collect the mushroom friend piece still. Come on, give me ammunition. No, my guy. Okay, at least we killed it. We killed it. Good. All right. Fine. Blue, go ahead back. So I think we still have so many doors we need to take out. I wonder if I just prioritize that right now just for best optimization of future days. Not really sure how to handle this, frankly. Okay, good. We've got those. Excellent. Everyone's on the way to base. You know what? I think with how much of a round trip these guys have to take just to get back to base, we prioritize yellows, bomb all the walls, and then worry about the pieces after the fact. So let's see. What do we do? If I can even just collect the spring over there or this piece over here, I'd be quite pleased with myself. So yeah, let's go ahead and prioritize getting yellows back to base. What I will do, because I don't want to run into this issue a second day, is I'm going to go ahead and collect these blues over here, but then I'm just going to kind of have them meet an unfortunate, untimely, possibly avoidable end. Simplest way, I think, is to just make friends with the fiery blowhog. So, boyos, I got bad news for you. Rip. I don't care if they damage this guy, I just won't kill him today until he's full health. Should see their numbers drop pretty quickly in a second. I don't know why I'm chuckling like that. That seems kind of dark. Okay, there we go. And I think there's one more that needs to die. Legends going on strong. Yeah, we prioritize yellows today, I think. But I can get this blue starting to move another sheer grub back to base because we had 4 of them, if I recall. Yeah. Good. Please tell me you go this way. Excellent. Okay, perfect. That's what we want to see. Can I get here before the reds do anything we wouldn't like? Where is it? Okay, they're pretty slow on the uptake. Not their fault. We really needed to have broken down these walls. I feel like this area, I definitely misplayed. I should have like just gone for an early day prioritization of yellows, even if it would have been slow to get things back to base. I think the net result would have been more beneficial in the long run in terms of the following days. The lesson learned, if I ever do this again, definitely prioritize yellows and bombing the proximal doors down as quickly as possible first. That said, we've got a sizable count of bomb carriers now, so I think we're in the clear. The biggest issue is there are 2 parts that we want to collect that kind of are gated off by fire, and would really benefit from having red Pikmin for. Such is life, though. Alright. I think we've got enough yellows for what we need them to do. Let's go ahead and collect our bomb rocks and go finally opening up the doors that should have been opened up a long time ago. Okay, let's see. I have to orient myself a little bit. Once those doors are open, we can also start trying to bomb Wallywogs and Blowhogs, and just like what we do with the Bulborbs, I think we can get a very fast source of Pikmin that are a little bit out of the way from the base, admittedly, but not so far out of the way that it's not reasonable to aim for. Just not as maybe priority as the Shearwigs. Also worth mentioning, the reason why I'm prioritizing Shearwigs instead of killing the Blowhogs with the start of our Pikmin is the Blowhogs take 7 Pikmin to carry back, so they're too heavy for 3 Pikmin to carry, and they only sometimes drop individual pellets, so it's just better off coming to them after you've gotten at least 2 yellows to bomb them down, if not a different, just a larger quantity of Pikmin all around. Okay, good. That wall's taken care of. Now let's get these 2 gates that have been probably the biggest hurdle to our success thus far. All right, this one needs to go ASAP. Let's separate out bombs from not bombs. Of course, not bombs have decided to be in a very inconvenient location. We'll start with 1, 2, 3. Run, run, run. Okay, good. Is that enough? Probably not, I would presume. No, 1, 2, 3. That was 4, so we need to drop another 3. Oh, no. Okay, that was enough. Perfect. I assume that these doors take multiples of 3. Guys. Oh my goodness, how did you not die there? I assume that these walls take multiples of 3 to break down with the bombs, but maybe I was mistaken. All right, we're at 20 Pikmin. We've got a whole bunch of doors broken down, which is huge for us. This doesn't take that many Pikmin to bring back to base, right? We've got some pellets strewn around, so I think what we do is we're not going to go for things that require blue Pikmin today. What we will do is we will set ourselves up for success. We need to break down. We can try and gather some things in this area potentially. So starting off, we're just gonna try and grab, we're just gonna go for numbers for now. So whatever these break as is who we give them to. No, guys, no! Well, unfortunate. Couldn't stop it in time. So red is going to red. You're not red. You're all wrong. So send a blue here and a yellow there. And then you guys stop it again. You go to red. Okay, good. So that brings us up to probably enough to get at least the beacon back to the ship. So let's go ahead and do that. Then I probably go for the spring and just siphon off 3 yellows to break that wall that we have left. Most likely. Good, that's going where it needs to go. Good. Yeah, if we can get to 35, I think we have enough to get the spring back to base. Guard satellite. This has protected me from space pirates many, many times. I would be very interested to see like the story that exists outside of the gameplay, just a little bit. I know they've been doing shorts on the Nintendo YouTube channel, but it's not quite the same thing. Those are like still on the planet. But I mean, I want to know more about the deep lore of Pikmin, like Olimar's space-faring travel. I know the Pikmin are objectively more interesting, but I can't help but be a little curious when they drop things like space pirates. Like, what are the space pirates that the Hogotatians have to deal with? I wonder if they're just the people from the other planet. I'm forgetting its name. Poco something maybe? No, that's their currency. I can't remember the name. Oh well. All right, we've got 32. I'm concerned that spring takes 35. So I am gonna collect 2 more flowers. There is that piece that the mushroom dropped, so let's just make sure this goes to who it belongs to. Okay, good. So 1 yellow here, 1 blue there, and then we have exactly 30 to get the slice of apple, which I know is not a slice of apple, back to base. I'm gonna try and nectar these guys up if I can, because that'll just speed things along. Oh wow, well we're definitely nectaring them up. Wow, we got really lucky. I think really okay, good. We got everyone nectared. Excellent. We have exactly 30. We do have to cross paths with a Wollywog and fire, so it's not a clean pass through here, but I'm pretty sure I can at least probably time things well enough that we should get things moving properly. Got my dude, come on now. What is that? Pikmin AI and pathing. I don't know who thought tripping was a good idea. It is such a frustrating mechanic that really shouldn't have been part of this game, in my opinion. Same deal with Brawl, but Smash Brothers Brawl for context. But such is life. Okay, it looks like we're gonna time this perfectly. Wollywog, look at me. Look at me, not my friends. The camera is not going to cooperate. Oh, no. We only lost 3 somehow, which is kind of impressive. But we're gonna lose more now. Oh, and today was going so well, Kiwi. It was going so well, and now it's going terribly. It's my own fault. I got greedy for how we were gonna move this, but it's fine. Okay, here's what we do. Here's what we do. What if I don't know what we do? We pivot. We pivot. Okay. How do we pivot? All right, we're gonna wait this out. We're gonna go grab these yellows. We're gonna grab these yellows, just the yellows. Come on. We're gonna grab some bombs. Let's confirm that this takes 35. It takes 25. Okay, we're pivoting to this piece. That's fine. That actually works out for us. 1, 2, 3. Let's grab 6 just in case. 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. You guys can go ahead and grab this part. It just goes to show you that I really do not know how much things require for movement. It also goes to show you that I don't have enough Pikmin, and everything is going horribly, horribly wrong very quickly. All right, pivoting again. What can we do? What can we do differently? We've got 26 in the slough. I need these bombs. Oh, Kiwi, everything's. It was going so well until it stopped going so well. Where are the other bombs? Didn't we grab more than? We must have grabbed more bombs. No? All right. We're gonna reset and just pretend everything went basically exactly the same way, just we're where we want it to be. Be right back. That was weird. Alright, one thing, I'm mostly caught up to where I was before. One minor change that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to bring some bomb Pikmin over to this wall and hopefully not get them lit on fire in the process of taking it out. We've basically used up all the bombs for the day, so that's all the damage I'm going to be doing onto that wall today, but otherwise we've basically picked up where we left off. I still have to collect that piece from beyond the Wally Gate, if you will call it that. Let's see, yeah, I've got a couple sprouts here, and then we should have enough to move at least one part at a time. These reds should help, this should help bolster our numbers a little bit too. I ended up collecting a blowhog, but otherwise, just slightly more efficient in terms of overall Pikmin management, and in part because I got things flowered a bit earlier. But let's see, that brings us up to 49. We need 25 and we need 30 for those two parts. So objectively speaking, I'm probably going to prioritize one and then hope I can get the other one back in time. And I think the way I do that is I start by moving the spring and using some yellows to bomb that Wollywog out of the way. Hopefully we'll have enough reds by time we go back to collect that piece. But I think barring a catastrophic bomb incident, also the fact that we've probably used up all the bombs on the map means that's probably not actually going to happen. I think we're largely where we left off. I just have to not get wrecked by a frog, basically. Which, you know, oddly enough, harder to do than it sounds. What I will for now do is, let's see, I'm going to prioritize the non-red Pikmin for this job here first. So, toss 1, 2, 3. Get these guys on the spring. Gotta love it when one Pikmin just decides to do its own thing for its own reasons that no one could ever really properly understand. We'll just have these guys play with the grass so that they're out of the way, and I will bring that yellow that I saved. I only have 2, right? Yep, okay. You guys go play with the grass. We're actually having someone touch grass in this area. What a fascinating concept. Are there any more bombs here? Appears we have exhausted our bomb stash, unfortunately, so we'll have to either bypass the Wollywog the good old-fashioned way, and by that I mean the murderous way, or ignore it outright. We have all the walls taken out, so I think we're in a good position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kite you over here, and then mash, 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 then call you back, and then mash, 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 mash. Oh. That could have been bad, but I think we're good. This should finish it. And there we go. Okay, perfect. Well, since we don't have enough to collect the piece anyway, I guess we'll bring all this back to base. And then perhaps that will give us enough. Hopefully we'll have enough Pikmin to collect everything later. Okay, perfect. Everything's on the way back to base. Realistically speaking, I don't think we're getting that last part to base in time today, but that's fine. Even if we can move it a smidge closer so it's more convenient, that'll be great. And then we spend the rest of the day prioritizing the areas off to the I guess our left, but there are 3 parts over here, one of which actually isn't in that area. I might have enough blues to try and smidge it closer, so probably do that. Admittedly, though, I think I take this army and go start moving things that way. Let me see how many blues I have and if I can move this piece. I may as well try. So even if we can't get the big piece that I was aiming for today from the mushroom, I can maybe move one other piece instead. Gravity Jumper. This anti-gravity device allows the dolphin to swim gracefully through the sea of stars like a dolphin. I have now recovered 13 out of 30 parts. We're definitely making good progress. I don't think we have enough blues to move this piece over here, I presume. It's super out of the way. I think we're gonna leave it. I don't think we're getting it today, even if I tried, with only a minute on the clock. And then these guys are gonna cross paths with us, so I think we meet them midway and we just try and transport things as quickly as possible, what we can. We're not gonna get any more numbers today that matter. Whoever gets caught in the fire is just dead. It's fine. We don't think about it. We don't think about it. We don't think about it. We just go. All right, boys and girls and Pikmins of all natures, Back to base. Get as much movement as we can going here. I sometimes feel like the number that can cap on a ship part is arbitrary, but it usually makes sense. It's usually a multiple of 5, but not always. You guys are so lucky you didn't get lit on fire there. Are we like, did we somehow like perfectly sync with the fire geysers? We did. Wow. Except for that one guy. That's fine. Okay, that works out very nicely for us. So, yeah, if we can get, we'll get this past the other set of fire geysers, in fact, I think, which is basically all I could ask for today's progress. So we've got 4 more pieces in this area. We've still got a fair number of bodies that we can harvest for progress, I suspect. We just let them get light on fire, it's fine. Get back on the piece. I can't save him in time anyway, it's fine. We've still got plenty of guys moving. Perfect. Okay, yeah, we're through the worst of it. We have shear grubs that will spawn in this area for the next day that we can harvest for body count. I think we're in a very good spot, all things considered, for following up. Okay, perfect. So with all that said, Kiwi, I think that's where I'm going to end the episode. I desperately have to go to the bathroom. I had to reset so many times to get the shear grubs to cooperate for the start of the day. Just getting that initial bolstering of Pikmin just took way longer than it should have. Like, I think, what, we were like 25 to 30 minutes in, and it is now 51 minutes and 30 seconds on the recording. So I had to try a lot. Finally, I got a day that worked out for me, but there we go. All right. I'm pretty happy with how this day went. We got 2 pieces. We're still very ahead of schedule, and we are set up for success. So with all that said, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. Let's see what Olimar's final word of the day is. 9 days since impact, I have managed to increase the range of the dolphin looking from the dolphin's portal as it launches even higher into the even higher into the sky. I see a vast wetland in the deepest parts of the forest. I shall call it the distant spring. I can begin my exploration of it tomorrow. For now, I must sleep. I think it makes the most sense to explore the distant spring first, considering, I mean, it will let the enemies reset a bit in this area so we can harvest more bodies, get more Pikmin more quickly, and the next time we come here. So I think that's the way we'll approach it. I can probably collect a whole bunch of shear grub, prioritize blues, get that 40 count piece out of the water, as well as start getting a couple more yellows to break down those walls and move things in the way they need to in that little side area of the forest navel. But anyway, all right, Kiwi, we have a Pikmin population of 1. That is concerning. I love you, Kiwi. I hope this is helping you fall asleep. I'll see you in the next one. Rest well, my dear. I'm looking forward to another wonderful day with you soon. Take care now. By soon, I mean after I go to bed, because it's 3 a.m. in the morning. It's time for bed. But more importantly, I gotta go to the bathroom. This is going on too long. Bye!